this past weekend in Indianapolis, what did you say to Valdes-Scantling after the game, Aaron?
Not a whole lot. I mean, look, he was disappointed. He was, bummed out for sure. We've all been there before. He didn't intentionally, try and turn the ball over there. I just reminded him how important he was to get us in position to even send it to overtime, and to just kind of hold on that feeling. I think a lot of times with emotion, we try and maybe run from it too much or whatever. And I think it's good to embrace those times when we're emotional, to really feel what it feels like to have that disappointment and sit with it, and then after you've processed it, to move on. And I think that's a part of growth, is processing those emotions, and then sitting with them, feeling them, and then moving forward and leaving those behind.
And it just seems, though, that your team is still clicking. I mean, I look at a game, and obviously the result isn't the way you were looking at it. But it does seem to me that you are clicking offensively. You've got Tunyon, which I did not know rhymed with Funyon until he said pretty much the same thing a few weeks ago. But it seems to me that you've got a considerable championship team in front of you, similar to last year. Would you say that this team is in a better position than last year, or just compare it, if you wouldn't mind, from your perspective, to what we saw from a team last year that was almost the 1 seed?
Yeah, we were a couple inches from being the 1 seed. It's interesting because I feel like our teams are so different, even though the personnel is almost exactly the same.
Okay.
I just think that offensively, we've been helped by the second year in the system and some growth from some important players. Like Robert Tunyon, not Tunyon,
yep,
as we all learned.
Mm-hmm.
Elton Jenkins, who did a really nice job at center for us when Corey went out a couple days ago. Billy Turner, who's moved from right guard to right tackle and been very effective for us. Lucas Patrick, who's moved in the starting lineup and done a really, really good job. Other than that, it's a lot of the same guys. Jamal Williams, I think, came back and has been a bigger contributor for us, especially in the past game. I was teasing with him all offseason about his beautiful posts on Instagram where he was running all over the field, running like 40-yard deep, post corners, and making these catches and stuff. But he showed up in incredible shape and has been a big contributor. So I think the personnel is very similar. I think we've gotten jumps from certain guys on offense, and just we've all felt a little more comfortable in the system in year two. I think on defense, there was a lot of encouraging things on Sunday from the energy I think that we played with, forcing a couple turnovers. It was a little bit of an anomaly game for us on offense, turned the ball over 3 times, and obviously we turned over on special teams. But the second half, especially the third quarter, went really poorly for us. We had 6 plays and then didn't really get the ball back until 8 minutes left in the fourth. And put together a good drive and then didn't convert on the 4th and 1, and then had to, go 90 yards to get it to overtime. But I like our team a lot. I like the character of the team. I think it's going to be important 6 games for us. So we got 3 of those are division games. And then we have a division leader in Philly, Carolina, and then obviously Tennessee, who's been playing really, really well this season. So we're going to find out a lot about our team in the last 6 weeks. We usually do. It's weather gets cold. It's the physicality of the game really gets exposed or heightened or highlighted. And it'll be interesting month and a half.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.